What's up, Rockstars? I have a big update for you guys. Some last minute deals, some brand new things, some things coming up, updates to some previous coverage, and an update on the fundraiser. Now, before we get into all that, a huge shout out to GameWorks Create for sponsoring today's video. They are a long-term channel sponsor, and that is because they believe in this channel and what it's doing. I want you guys to show them some love for that. They do some awesome stuff. They do a lot of 3D printing. They'll print anything you want to give them. They offer some stuff already ready. They package it. They ship it great. They also have board games. They have like RPGs, tabletop RPGs. They have a ton of stuff here, as you can see. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. They have asked me to do a giveaway. So I'm going to be giving out some stuff. I want you, this will be the last time I'll be taking this. Let me know what you want. Go ahead and check it out in the link down in the description below. See what they have available. Let me know what you would like to win. We'll do a giveaway. We'll have some fun with it and giving back to you. That's what I'm all about. That's what GameWorks Create is trying to do for you guys. And if you see anything that you would like, all those Kickstarter games or anything else, again, link down in the description below. Thank you to GameWorks Create. Let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to start with Guards of Atlantis 2. That is launching today. Obviously, it's a little early here. You can probably guess around the time I'm recording right now based off the time here, but it's not too far from when you're getting this. So this will be live by the time the video posts. Feel free to check them out. This is essentially like a really, really big game, is my understanding, like a huge game. I heard there was some issues with delivery and stuff like that, which I think is kind of common these days anyway. But it looks like it's well reviewed. It looks like a lot of people have a lot of fun with it. The art looks cool. And yeah, if you want to check it out, again, link down in the description below, along with everything else that I'm have covering here and more, plus more. So feel free to check all that out. Zombicide White Death, that is the last 48 hours. So like literally a day and a half for you guys. I have a big update here. They're approaching 3 million. Now that is still kind of low for a Zombicide fantasy game, but I think it's kind of where they're at now when it comes to just how many backers they're getting, the price of everything, what people can afford, how many people can afford it, so on and so forth. In fact, they do have an all-in pledge. You'll save, I believe, $40. And by saving $40, I mean, you don't quite get everything, and it's still $380. So I said this would be about $350 to $450, and I told you the guys that up front when they were only charging $110. And I stand corrected. It's actually more than that for the all-in. 380 is at the high, kind of towards the high end of that, but this doesn't include everything. So just as an FYI, this is pretty much all of the gameplay though. So if you want just a ton of different minis and all the variety that Zombicide provides for that, this is the one you want. This will give you pretty much everything. I can see some people actually not wanting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think they're really cool, but I can understand like they do kind of stand out, and as you can see, it even looks different, right? Like everything else is like normal, and then this is like, hey, here's some more IP in there, which isn't always the case, but either way, they're doing it here, and that's included in this. And then what's not included is the 3D Battlements Plastic Token Pack, Extra Tiles Pack, the Massive Darkness 2 crossover that they announced, the Frost and Jade dice. That is this stuff right here. So a big thing in the game is walls, and they actually have people that can climb it and stuff like that. You can get the 3D version of that for $32. Plastic token pack, of course, that's always fun. Extra tile pack's probably the least needed thing. Massive Darkness 2 crossover, only applicable if you want to do Massive Darkness 2 and bring it in here. This does not bring that back into Massive Darkness 2. That had been a big, heavy lift for them to, create different classes and stuff like that. So it's just bringing them into this Zombicide game, and then 2 sets of Frost Dice. That sets you up to $497. So that is before shipping too, just as an FYI. And if you're getting the 380, if you're getting the 497, just know that it's going to be expensive shipping. Guys, I don't care how you spend your money. I don't care if you agree with anything I say in this whole video or not. You guys make the best decision for you. I just want you to not be surprised. Okay, so just realize all you're getting. This is a ton of game, a massive amount of boxes and minis and cards and tiles and so on and so forth. And CMON will charge you exactly what it costs, maybe even more. So like it's going to be expensive. Just go into it knowing that, know what your spending budget is, know what's coming up with all the other Kickstarters that I cover all the time for you guys. Make a good decision. Dungeons and Lasers 5, World of Desulier 5e, also wrapping up, also in the last 48 hours. They broke 1 million. They finally did. This is actually a pretty cool deal. It's both almost bittersweet. This is interesting because they're finally back on Kickstarter. They were doing GameFound before this. And in fact, you can see right here, here's a last one on GameFound. Over 1 million. In fact, a little bit more, 1,033,000 versus 1,011,000. Now that, I believe, is a conversion rate. I don't remember if they actually raised it in dollars or what this one is, and I'm not quite sure how to see that here on GameFound. But either way, it's about the same right now. Now, of course, that's going to keep going up in the other one. But the other one has all this stuff available, so it should just be building, and it's not quite building quite as much, especially from the swap from GameFound to Kickstarter. In fact, 5,700 backers and 5,100 backers. Kind of interesting to see that. I think this is a great deal. I think they have a lot of really good stuff in here. A lot of really cool minis. A lot of 5e stuff. This swappable part thing. Maybe people don't like that. Maybe that's what's setting it off. I'm not sure. I don't know. It'd be interesting. If you got the previous ones and didn't get this one, I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Let me know. Maybe it's just the way they set their campaign up and how it looks. Perhaps it's that. It's just interesting that they launched this on Kickstarter and it actually doesn't quite get as many people. I think that's quite noteworthy for the outpouring that is on GameFound for a lot of these things. And it could be a note on the campaign thing itself. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know. Maybe it's because it's right across from Zombicide and all this other stuff. People just got done getting charged like I did for Elder Scrolls and their bank's a little hurting. Who knows? It's kind of interesting. To Glory! To Glory has pirate ships and pictures of kids having a blast with it. What more could you want? This is not a game I will be backing. Front up with that, but you guys should know that if you know me enough on what the kind of games that I'm going to end up spending money on. However, this might be your jam, especially for pirates. I know you guys love pirates. I love pirates too. And the 3D pirate ships are pretty cool. So feel free to check them out. I like shouting out these indies anytime I can. This is Vesuvius Media Ltd. And they have done 18 other campaigns. So well-versed. AR Vault Story Dice. A 180 from the GameFound thing. This is on GameFound and is definitely AR's smallest campaign ever. Which is fascinating. Now, that doesn't mean it's not a good product at all. That's not how that works. I actually think this is actually kind of cool for the people that want it. Question is how many people want it. Well, about 2,695 people want it. The dice are about $5 a piece, a smidge less, but then you'll be paying shipping too. And $5 a piece is like really pricey for dice. Normally you do $1 per die, but obviously these are sculpted. However, these don't cost that much more. I mean, they had to pay the person to sculpt it, and the sculpt actually is a little bit more detailed, so the tooling on that's a little bit more involved. It is more expensive, but not that much more. They definitely have a good profit on these. And I said going into this wasn't going to be their biggest thing. And I said going into this, they're going to be looking at profit, not revenue. So this is revenue. How much of that is profit? I don't know. That being said, even if this was all profit, I feel this still is lower than what their other major things are. So the question is this worth the effort? So obviously they're going to be making a profit. I'm sure they're going to be fine. However, is this worth doing again? I don't know. I'm going to say no. I'm going to guess Wicked Realms would rather focus on some other things than this. Additionally, one thing I wanted to point out, and this is not a stab at them because I've done the same thing here. This is not at all. But I wanted to point out less than 3,000 backers, and Tim does great content, 25,000 subs. This guy, I've not heard of him, however, 625,000 subs almost, and again, I'm sure he does great stuff. Quack is over there at 48, On Table has 8.9. This had a lot of buzz and a lot of eyes on it, theoretically, right? And it didn't produce. And this goes to show that you can spend the money to put it on any channel. You can have me look at it or have somebody else look at it or whatever and think, oh, that means that many people are going to translate. Sometimes it doesn't work out for whatever reason. I think this is a very edge case kind of weird thing that not a lot of people are necessarily looking to spend money on right now. But yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. Let me know your thoughts on something like this. This is very interesting to me that Wicked Realms has this kind of outpouring on it, as it were. Thorgal, the board game. They have 3 days left, so at the time of recording, about 2 days left. Pretty much 48 hours. I'm going to go and give them a shout out. Thorgal looks like a lot of fun. The scenarios look awesome. Like, that is probably the least assuming scenario. Some of these look super cool. Like, we're going to get here. Like, look at this one. Like, just some really neat stuff. They're doing a lot of different unlocks and stuff like that. Daily ones that you can get all sorts of minis and different scenarios and quests and different things like that. It looks like just good fun, honestly. I'm not sure about the actual mechanics of it, but the exploration, the kind of one shot, here's a scenario, this is what we're doing. I really dig that. And the art style, of course, looks fantastic too. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Conan-like thing. So yeah, feel free to check that out as well. Getting all of this linked down below. A Tale of Bravery relaunch. Supposedly this is coming out also today. This is another indie shout out. This was not funded last time, though hopefully it does it this time. The art looks kind of cool. I love the story focus. The fantasy theme seems neat. Feel free to check it out for 1 to 4 players. All right, next up, FLOE. I know nothing about this. However, it looks kind of like Endless Winter. Here's another picture of it. This gives you a little bit more information. It's stuff like this that I really wish, like, this could show more, right? That there wasn't like the preview page and the sign up page was 2 separate things. Because I really like the art on here. I noticed there's no text on here, so I don't know what those cards are going to do necessarily. They got some minis. Those minis look fun. Q1 2023, so close soon. Area movement, tile placement, variable power, player powers, dice rolling. I love dice rolling. Rolling dice is my favorite. Paragons, Age of Champions. This is very interesting. First of all, I love card games. I've been on a card game kick lately, as you guys might know. This, one of the first things, no AI used in any part of this game's production. Now, that's actually kind of, I wonder about that. And the reason I do is because, for instance, when I go on Photoshop and I can select something and then click like autofill to get rid of like a little image or a little mess up or something like that I did, and that actually is using an AI to do that. I'm assuming what they mean is no AI and maybe they didn't use any advanced tech at all, but no AI as in a learning AI, a robust AI that does a whole lot of stuff, like produce images and stuff like that. Because we've had single-use AI for years and years and years doing all sorts of stuff like that, like ticketing at a red light, like all of that other kind of stuff. All that's an AI that's doing that kind of stuff. Photoshop has had AI stuff in there for a long time now. Illustrator, same thing. They're always using AI to figure out different pixels and all sorts of stuff all the time. But they're very finite single-use AI. More of a tool versus make this for me and then bloop, bloop, and it makes it. I'm assuming it's that, but maybe it's all of it. I don't know. Either way, single artist, 100 unique card designs, a drafting mechanic. Oh, I love drafting. I love drafting, guys. That looks like fun. So, and the art looks great. Definitely kind of interested in kind of getting a, one of the things I don't like about Magic the Gathering, I do and I don't, it depends, is the variance in art design that you get. So having a consistent art feel from one single person, that's really cool, actually. That's just kind of neat. This is the kind of stuff that crowdfunding can really support. Hey, this is like an artist and a designer, and they made this game, and that looks super cool. So it looks like it's going to be about $50. What all's included in that, I don't know. It says 100 different art pieces. I'm sure there are kind of multiple copies of different things. That being said, for drafting, if I could get even more than 100, that definitely helps the longevity of it. And it does say more to come. So definitely on the lookout for that. And I'll kind of be eyeing price too, because it might get a little pricey, but looks neat to me. Firefly, the game, 10th Anniversary Collector's Edition. I covered this last time, and I said that Gale Force Now was being lazy because they put this up here and everybody was freaking out and they weren't anywhere. They weren't making any comments. They weren't making any updates. Well, now they are. I'm not saying I caused that because I don't think I did. I just think that they were too delayed in it and it allowed me to see a situation where everybody's asking for something and they weren't there. They should have been there right when it launched. Maybe there was an issue there behind the scenes. I don't know. However, they're there now. There is an update. You can read about that. They are in the comments. They're responding to different comments and stuff like that. So super cool to see and very glad to see it. And there's a ton of people excited for this. Firefly, every single viewer of Firefly is currently flocking to this thing. So if you viewed it, you belong here. Middara is a big game. Middara is about to charge you shipping. So let's discuss what's going on here. You might have gotten an email, you might have gotten 2 emails. The second one's the one that matters. The first one went out on a mistake. You'll only be charged once. So what's going on? Well, the pledge manager is closing on the end of May. So like May 31st, I believe, is when they will be charging cards, closing it off and paying for shipping. So what you'll see when you click on the link and you go to your pledge manager is you'll see like a total with a number, and that's all you can do. That's what you see. That's all you got. Like you can't be like, charge me now. You gotta wait. I hate that BackerKit does that. I hate it. It is the worst backer experience ever. Do not like BackerKit for that reason. No. I want to see the number. I want to pay for it. I want to be done with it. Just take my money, please. There might be some backer benefits or creator benefits to it. I don't know. But as far I've never heard of a backer loving having to like track a date when their card's randomly going to get charged and they didn't click a button to do it. But that's definitely not a fun thing. Not necessarily the Succubus Publishing's fault. That's a BackerKit thing. I don't like it. Don't like it. Wave 1 included all of this stuff, and it was a ton of stuff. Like, this was already a ton. They are going to be shipping out everything else. This is Wave 2, which has Act 2 and Act 3, the second Kickstarter promo, all the other different expansions and stuff like that. A ton of stuff, more than what you got last time. So there is a whole bunch of stuff. There's also a new resin kit. We'll go over that. But as I'm scrolling through this, I just want to say that you guys saw the shipping. I've seen the shipping. I'm at about $98 for shipping for mine. So there's definitely a kind of a high price of this. That being said, if this is literally pretty much like double Wave 1, I can kind of understand. I think it's on the high end. I think it's definitely not paid for in any part through anything else. This is 100% on us. And they explained that too, that they undercharged last time, took the hit, but they can't afford to do that again. It just sucks. It's a lot of money. It is expensive shipping. Again, I'm paying about $100 for mine, but like I said, I mean, you'll pay more for Zombicide and get less. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's really cool to ship something that much, and get it all done. And that's what they're trying to do, is like really just have stuff ready to go, when they offer stuff like this. So they're offering these are the new resin ones. And, again, they're just ready to ship off. So that's awesome that they're all finished and all done like that. This one's pretty cool. I dig that one. I like the little masks. These 2 guys are probably my favorite. I like that he has like arrows in him, and I love this like big guy with the like fluffy wings. That's just fun to me. The other 2 are kind of more standard fare Middara stuff, I guess is how I would word that. But the other stuff I think is pretty good. They have a lot of stuff available. Obviously, they have the Foreteller app for Act 2 and Act 3 on a discount now. I think it's like $30, something like that. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys. So, yeah, just FYI on that. And I think a few people are asking for some refunds. They don't like the shipping. It's been a while since. Anytime there's a delay in delivery, there's times where people just move on, right? Or just don't care anymore. My opinion, you should just pay for it, get it, and then sell it. I think you'll make more money that way than a refund. But, this is my opinion. I think it's easier on both parties. I think both parties win when that happens. But what do I know? Okay, Fundraiser. Let's do a quick update here. You guys have been emailing me. You guys have been asking. So here's where we're at. Everybody that got a game from a company, the company should have been contacted by now, and that'll be working out. If you don't hear anything, feel free to reach out to me if your game came from a company. If it came from a community donation, again, the community donators should have been contacted by now, and that should be all cleared. If it's from me, I have 25 games boxed, and I'm working on getting the 3D prints available in there, weighing them and pricing them, and I'll contact that 25 soon and then move on to the next one. I'm working on it on the weekends when and as I can. So I'm sorry it's slow. I know I wanted more than 25 bucks, and I wanted them already kind of ready to go. But with the printing and just some stuff that's happened with work and family, it hasn't come up yet. I do apologize for that. But I am working on it. Again, at least every weekend, I get a little bit of time to put towards it. Hopefully more. I've thought about even taking time off work to do it, taking some PTO. But I was quickly told, no, that's not the whole point of it. But you guys let me know, I guess. But I do see your emails. I'm sorry I'm not responding to all of them. It's just a time constraint thing. So I do apologize for that. But they will be coming, I promise. All right, that's it. That's all I had, guys. If you have anything else, let me know. If I missed anything at all, again, let me know on the Game Work Create. Let me know what you want to win. Go ahead and click the link below. Check out what they have to offer. You don't have to buy anything. Just let me know. If you see something, go ahead. They're a supporter of the channel, and I think you guys should support them just like they support me and just like they support this community. So I think that's cool. But either way, let me know what you want to win from that. And from that, I'll go on and sign off. Take care, guys.